That's Dan Myers. That's the man who puts all this together. He's gone. He left me. One more time for Krista. And man all the way from LA. And your servers, and thank you for coming out. What a great looking crowd. This is one of the most diverse groups of white people that I have. No, you have old white people and young white people, youngish white people, and well-to-do white people, and affluent white people. And look at, I'm playing against the romance of Highway 12. This is a dream come true. Kenwood, man, I'm so excited. This looks like a great place to hide out. Which I may have to do after this show. I live in, not the real world, I live in the city of San Francisco. I actually live in the county of San Francisco. I live in the Sunset District where you never see the goddamn sunset because of the fog. San Francisco, it's a confusing city. It really is. There's no beach in North Beach. And it's on the east side of the city. I mean, to be geographically precise, it should be known as East Beachless. Love generation sprang up out of the hate. San Francisco Mime Troupe talks. It's the only town in the world where guys in motorcycle leathers trade recipes. And Nancy Pelosi is protested from the left. San Francisco, where Halloween is redundant.
Oh my God, yeah.
I love it though, I really do, because I have something to compare it to. I come from Wisconsin. I had to leave because comedy was illegal in Milwaukee. And I moved to San Francisco with the mistaken impression that parking spots were available because Dirty Harry would pull right over into a legal spot every movie, for Christ's sake. It pissed me off. And sometimes the city, because it used to be a real town when I got there, and now it's a little frou-frou. I mean, sometimes you just want a cheeseburger. You don't need it covered in a mango chutney aioli for $24. That's a lovely roasted sun-dried tomato basil reduction. In the Midwest, we call it ketchup. And I'm drinking the coffee. This is a pint glass full of coffee, and because I'm working, I'll make up for it afterwards. Wisconsin, beer is one of the 4 major food groups. Even the holy water has a head on it. What a strange crowd. I'm a political comic. I aspire to be a satirist, but you say that and people think you have goat legs or something. Okay, that was a test joke. Yeah. Seriously, we're both going to have to step up our games. Being a political comic, as you might imagine, it's an ephemeral, quixotic, mercurial sort of, it's up and down and left and right and in and out and hot, the whole Katy Perry song. Sometimes there's nothing going on and I'm screwed. But not now. So not now. The most not now in the history of not nows. We are talking DEFCON 4. Not now. Not now to the power of damn. And I know this guy sucks for the country and the hemisphere and the planet and the solar system and the universe and the 7 continents, but for me, he's pure gold. Donald Trump has done for political comedy what legalized marijuana did for Cheetos. Quarter sticks of dynamite are to night fishing. Oh, come on, if I can't do that joke here, where can I do that joke?
Oh my God.
For Christ's sake, people.
In Bolinas.
The hard part telling jokes in the time of Trump is Republicans don't think they're funny. And Democrats don't think they're jokes. That's not funny because it's true. And he's a bit combative. He got in a fight with the Pope. The Pope, this Pope, the good Pope. Not the old Pope, not the Nazi Pope. Frankie, not Benny. Because Francis went down to Mexico and they took him to the border and some guy said, you know, that Trump guy wants to build a wall on the border. And the Pope says, a good Christian would build a bridge, not a wall. And Trump got all bent about it. Who is he to decide who's a good Christian? He's the Pope. That's his gig. That's all he does. He's second in command. The top guy ain't talking.
That's it.
Yeah. That's right. But it's been 546 days since January 20th, 2017, when he became, so 540. But it seems like years, doesn't it? You know that phrase, time flies when you're having fun? This ain't it. No. And all my friends are so excited for me because they know I'm a political guy. Oh, geez, Durst, man, that guy must be a gift from comedy heaven. Well, yeah, but no. Because how do you parody a parody?
Yeah.
The 45th president of the United States is Donald Trump. That's the joke. It's like a bad Saturday Night Live skit. You know, one of those Saturday Night Live skits they put on after this band's second appearance. You know, they try to. It's like saying Pope Charlie Sheen. The John Goodman swimsuit calendar. Kim Kardashian in a lab coat at the Atomic Energy Commission.
Oh, God.
Charles Barkley in charge of UNICEF. And a lot of his ideas don't make sense. What his solution to school gun violence is more guns. That's like combating concussions with brick walls. Give everybody a gun. Well, certainly add an interesting element to the faculty lounge. Might help resolve parent-teacher conferences a little earlier. But then everybody's going to want the guns. Cafeteria ladies, the janitors, the librarians will want silencers. With everybody else packing, eventually the kids are going to need protection. I'm going to study hall. Cover me. Normally, political comedy landscape it's a horizon, but it's punctuated by spikes. You know, like a scandal or a gaffe, or he accidentally told the truth, or a blue dress or something. You know, but with this guy, it's all you can't get any perspective. It's you can't get any. It's like fighting Jello or it's like catching an eel in a butter sculpture wearing oven mitts. Okay, that's grammatically clumsy, and I apologize. You wearing the oven mitts, not the eel. Eels don't have hands. Some have little flipper things, like Trump hands. And the hard part is keep it up. I'm serious. Shit happens every day, every hour. I switch between the Giants and the news, and shit happens between batters. You see the network anchors? They're exhausted. Production assistants running out of the set during the cold open. Wait, there's more. The teleprompters have scars. You know that graphic, breaking news, it broke. It's permanently illuminated now. The new ones don't even have off switches. Leave it on. And the hard part is living on the West Coast, because we wake up every morning going, oh, shit. What dogs of war has the Orange Julius let slip today? Because no matter how early we get up, he's had a 3-hour head start to light the fuse to Armageddon. Every day without a mushroom cloud is a victory.
Yeah.
And speaking of Kim Jong-un, now he's pissed again. They had the summit. They had the world's wackiest leader with the most peculiar hair summit. And Kim Jong-un, you know, that was his gig. That his grandfather, his father, it was his legacy, and Trump took it away.
Yeah. Oh, God.
I mean, they had a summit, and 2 months ago they got in this huge fight over whose nuclear button was bigger. That's not hyperbole. They actually said that my button is bigger. So I hope when they met in Singapore that they actually got in a room alone together and measured. Got it over with. They should have gone to Lawrence Livermore Lab and used the electron microscope. That's an instrument that is used to detect extremely small things. Yeah, it's a dick joke. Okay, all right. It's a really complicated dick joke. And he's not as dumb as his hair looks. He's not, which is considerable. Doesn't he realize that anybody over the age of 60 with long hair looks ridiculous? And what is that thing on his head? What is it? Is it a wig, a weave, implants, extensions, a merkin, a tribble, a carpet sample, a piece of pelt from the belly of a marsupial? What is it? And because everything about it is wrong, the shape, the color, the texture, and the fact that whenever he gets near the rotor wash of the Marine One helicopter, his hair whips to the heavens like some sort of sentient shrubbery, signaling a secret society of Navajo fringe talkers. What if he got caught in the rotor? You know, end up losing a president in some bizarre Isadora Duncan reenactment.
Oh, yeah.
She was a dancer in the scarf.
In the back wheel of the car.
1917. That's a 101-year-old joke.
That's terrible.
I go to the mat for you people.
You remember that story? Yeah.
And he keeps throwing bright, shiny objects at us, and you know, we have the attention span of high-speed lint. Wow, this is one of the most incredible junctures in American history. I can't believe it. Hey, look, a squirrel. He just said that Obama tried to bug Trump Tower. No evidence, no proof. Even his own staff was quoted as saying, "Huh?" Except for Kellyanne Sorry. You know what I mean. The skinny, mean, blonde lady who looks like she was assembled from discarded IKEA parts and then flash frozen for optimum brittleness. Yeah. She went on television. She went on that Fox and Friends show, and she said that the surveillance by Obama might have occurred through the microwave oven. She said that out loud in front of a guy with a microphone who was very confused. Yes, it was the microwave oven in league with the toaster. I never trusted that toaster. The blender has a lean and hungry look. He's pissing off allies left and right. Pissed off Canada. How do you piss off Canada, for Christ's sake? Yo, whatever, eh? He went to the UN to announce, bless you, he went to the UN to announce his America First policy at the UN, which is like going to a PETA convention and throwing meatballs into the crowd. Veal meatballs. While wearing a mink coat with pockets full of goose liver pate. Too much? I always go one too far. Sorry about that. And you gotta love the Republicans. He's president. Get over it. Oh, you mean like You got over Barack Hussein Obama? 8 years claiming he was born in Kenya. He wasn't born in Kenya. He was born in Honolulu, in a manger. We all know that. And he was visited by the 3 Howleys, who presented him with gold frankincense and puka shells from Hilo Hatties.
Hilo Hatties.
I can't do that joke in the Midwest. They don't go to Hawaii. They go to Cancun. I have to do Acapulco. Get over it. I hope Democrats give Donald John Trump the same exact support that Republicans gave Barack Hussein Obama. Hell, I hope they give him twice the support, because 2 times 0 is still 0. Of course, that's the kind of higher math that confuses his supporters. Damn you intellectual elites, trying to trick us with your fancy multiplication tables and shit. You damn intellectual elites, you think you're smarter than us just because you're educated and shit. Yeah. Yeah, that's what education does. San Francisco right now has a heavy responsibility now that Trump has replaced Obama, and orange truly is the new black. We have high jokes, we have low jokes. No, I mean, right now we're kind of quivering like a bead of water dancing across a pancake grill. I mean, we're trying to redefine Elizabeth Kubler-Ross's 5 stages of grief. Now they're denial, and fuck!
Another beer. What? A waiter.
We're storing up canned goods, but really, really good canned goods. Organic heirloom artisanal cannellini beans from the northwest section of Italy's Tuscany region. And I grew my hair long just for the flipping that joke. We're building bunkers, but ours have sustainable hardwood floors. And a view.
Oh.
See, it's funny because a bunker with a view kind of defeats it. Okay. We're worried about a civil war. We are. Especially because the other side has all the guns. Of course, we have all the lesbians, so. And that's the joke that got me kicked out of Berkeley. I tried to explain. I thought it was empowering. No. You don't get to say it. No.
That was good.
White wine sipping, NPR listening, Prius driving, Bergenstock wearing assholes. Oh, the Democrats are useless. They are. I have Democratic jokes, but I don't even bother anymore. The okay. Why do you think the Democrats are so intent on passing the stem cell bill? They're depending on that research to generate a spine. I have plenty of Democratic jokes. I love Hillary's laugh. I have recordings of it that I use in the bathroom to degrout the tile. I have plenty. But you feel bad picking on the Democrats, man. They are useless. It's like kicking a puppy, a crippled puppy with mange and a lazy eye and a cage in the corner of a kennel under a flatulent Pomeranian with a rat gnawing at an arterial. Too much. Okay. Too much. I mean, the Republicans are attacking with torches and pitchforks, and the Democratic response is to introduce legislation to reform pitchfork safety standards. You should put corks on those. Phosphorescent for nighttime visibility. And if you're going to be carrying torches, they should have visibility. Yes. Flame resistant. They are useless. I doubt if 40% of them could escape from a stalled escalator in under an hour. Escalator's the moving staircase. Elevator's the box on the string.
Box on the string.
Useless. As useless as an ejection seat in a helicopter. Like a pistol range and a bouncy house. Costume designer on a porn flick. Solar-powered night vision goggles. Come on, people. There are 4 punchlines. Come on, don't talk. Who knew healthcare would be so complicated? Everybody! Maybe that's why traditionally the presidency has not been an entry-level position. I'm worried about healthcare. I mean, look at me. I'm an old guy. It's not that I feel old. It's just that this is the oldest I've ever been. And I'm beginning to detect a pattern. And I know there's a reset switch, you know, for us old people. You know, like an iPad or an iPhone where you straighten the paperclip and you hit the reset button and it restores original settings. I just don't know what it is for me. I don't know if it's that 1967 Jaguar XKE V12 2+2 I saw in a magazine, or the 38-year-old blonde with daddy issues I saw in another magazine. But I'll be honest, there's no way I could afford either one of them. And my wife Debbie would certainly have a word or two to say about the car. I am so old. This is how old I am. I get offered a senior citizen discount and I reach for my wallet to show my ID. The cashier goes, "No, that's okay." This is true. I no longer know the nearest 24-hour restaurant to my house is, but I have memorized the precise location of every public restroom within a 2-mile radius. This is how old I am. I go to Costco. Before I commit to a purchase, I have to factor in life expectancy. Honey, you really think we'll finish this 55-gallon drum of tuna fish? I've had an AARP card for 16 years. They find you day one of your 50th birthday. I don't care where you are. I'm convinced that's how we tracked down Bin Laden. Because he turned 50 in Pakistan, and I'm pretty sure the AARP found him. And SEAL Team 6 just followed them in. This is how old I am. Last year, June, so like 13 months ago, I had a gig in Reno. Well, Sparks, John Squawkus Nugget. So Saturday night, corporate gig, went fine. Sunday morning, coming back down the hill, driving home on 80, and the Giants are playing on the East Coast, so the game is over. Sunday afternoon game, Eastern time, is over, 1 p.m. Pacific, and they switched to coverage of the U.S. Open golf tournament. And, you know, one of the 4 majors, Sunday, final round, couple of leads. It was pretty exciting, and I listened from Sacramento to the Bay Bridge, and then I realized what I was doing. I was listening to golf on the radio! That's how old I am. Listening to golf on the radio. I have like 2 weeks before my pants are up past my nipples. I'm wearing a bolo tie. Driving the early bird dinner, doing 35 in the fast lane with my left blinker stuck on. So and now I've always looked like my dad. Now I start to sound like my dad. You know that the noises, the 4-part symphony of grunts and groans that accompany getting out of any chair or car. You know, oh gee, oh God. The jingling of change in my pants pocket, the mask, the scratching of my balls. I heard that noise my entire life. I had no idea what it was till like 5 years ago. Jesus, Dad! The worst are the words coming out of your mouth. Words that when you heard them as a kid, you swore up and down would never, and no one means for it to happen. You're just hanging out with other old people, shooting the shit.
Literally.
Which is a phrase I never really understood. Jesus. You know, typical old people stuff, like who died. And then someone starts the ball rolling. Yeah, so here's the deal. I'm cutting across the park. I'm going to hit the bridge, and I'm going through the Sunset. I'm going down 9th Avenue. I cross Irving. I got the green line. First crosswalk, fine. Second crosswalk, right in the middle. I got the green light, but this kid is in the middle. He's got his sissy Hank Shaw thumbs on some sort of device. He's not paying any attention. So I just tapped the horn. Just tap the horn to encourage a modicum of alacrity. And the kid stops, and he turns around, and he flips me. He flipped me off. So I nudged him with my bumper. Just a little love tap. These kids today, they have no idea how easy they got it. They're so entitled. Back in our day, no! What is it? What's the deal with the water bottles? Huh? Why are the kids so thirsty? Huh? We wanted to hydrate? What did we do? We drank right out of the hose. We were happy to do it. Seatbelts? We didn't have seatbelts. You know what we had? We had the arm. Detroit is yet to replicate the tensile strength of your mother's arm. Bicycle helmets, for Christ's sake, that's how we strengthened the gene pool. Very few kids with inner ear disorders went on to procreate, I can tell you that. Sunblock, they didn't use sunblock. You know what they used on us? Baby oil.
Yeah.
We weren't protected, we were basted. And nobody had caller ID. Phone rang, you picked it up. Could have been anybody. Your mother, the draft board, the VD clinic. You didn't know. Every ring was an invitation to adventure. Pawns in a game of emotional roulette. You know how many TV channels we had? 4. If you wanted to watch a show, you better be home in time because it aired once and was never seen again. If you really wanted to see the show, you'd be home 5 minutes early because that's how long it took the TV to warm up. And watching television for us kids, it was a participatory sport. We were drafted as assistant antennas. Your responsibility, should you choose to accept it, Mr. Phelps, was to stand next to the television, clutching this complicated tinfoil coat hanger structure, while your father barked out the choreography. A little higher. Left, 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 left. My left! Right there. Don't move. Don't let go. I watched an entire Man from U.N.C.L.E. episode like this.
God.
And we weren't just the antenna, we were also the remote.
Yeah, turn the channel.
Because when our parents wanted to change the channel, notice I say parents wanted to change the channel, because if you wanted to change the channel, tough titty. Another phrase I never really understood. When our parents wanted Billy, change to channel 12. You had to get up off the couch, slalom around the coffee table, trudge up to the television, registering how odious you considered the task, grab the needle-nose pliers and top the TV. Because we always stripped the knob going from 2 to 12 like that. You could have gone 13 UHF too, but no, I'm right-handed. Then there was the other knob below that for UHF, but we never watched any of those shows because they were all filmed in a blizzard. Then you had to put the needle nose pliers back on the dedicated doily. Because your mother lived in deathly fear that someone's going to scratch the plastic imitation wood grain laminate finish. I just pledged that, Zeta. And if you want to watch cartoons, no problem. Get up at 7:30 on a Saturday. You want to watch TV after midnight? Tough Titty 2. Because TV shut down at 11:45.
That's right.
We have come to the end of our broadcast day. Then they play the national anthem.
Yeah.
And these jets would shoot past, and then they cut to a test pattern with an Indian on it for no apparent reason.
That's right. I forgot.
for 6 hours.
Yeah.
We watched that. We watched a lot of test patterns, some of us. No, I swear to God, he moved, man. No, you gotta watch him close. You gotta watch him close. Every 90 seconds, he moves. And they promised us that things were gonna get easier, you know, labor-saving devices. And I know. There's more computing power in my iPhone that took Apollo 11 to the moon. But how much labor are we saving? We pump our own gas? We print our own movie tickets? You gotta paw through your garbage, separating into 3 piles under penalty of law? You gotta walk a block to and from the parking meter pay station. That's why I drive. You gotta bag your own groceries, and God forbid you don't bring your own bag. You end up scurrying back to the car, clutching your food to your chest like a crazed looter. I ain't paying no goddamn dime. Now they want us to check ourselves out. Well, screw you. No wonder we're so tired. Look at all the part-time jobs we have.
Give us a discount.
And I don't want to sound like the aging hipster, because nothing's sadder than a gray ponytail in the front row of a Taylor Swift concert. You know? She's so talented. But I totally get the thing with the tattoos and the piercings. I know what they're doing. Every generation does this. Every generation plants its flag of visual ID so other members of the tribe can witness and attest to your accomplishments. And we did it, boomers. You know, we had the blue jeans and the long hair, and, you know, we knew who each other were. Well, the kids are doing that with tattoos and piercings. The thing is, you can always cut your hair. You can change your pants, but a tattoo, that's a permanent decision, often made under questionable states of sobriety. Why do you think tattoo parlors are open after bar time? Hello? And we had tattoos, boomers, you know, we had the cute little ankle heart, the rose in the small of the back, and the Chinese character representing peace. Supposedly, nobody reads Mandarin. We have no idea, you know. It says peace. No, it says eat shit round eye. That's what it says. It says harmony. No, it says smoked duck breast and oyster sauce. No tattoos for me. I'm too fickle, man. I don't know what I'm wearing the next day, you know. One image, one pattern for the rest of my life that I decided at the age of 17. I've seen pictures of clothes that I wore when I was 17. Then I wasn't stuck with those the rest of my life. Besides, tastes change. In 20 years, do you really see yourselves explaining to the Executive Vice President of Human Resources why there's a laughing skull on fire, popping a wheelie on a motorcycle made out of naked women crawling up your neck? What, this? Yeah, that's a funny story. It's not just the tastes that change. The canvas does as well. Boomers, it's our responsibility to hit the kids to the fact that series of intricate etchings is destined to be hit with a Salvador Dali melting bomb. That cute flock of butterflies is going to turn into a field of pterodactyls. A unicorn prancing on a rainbow is now a rhinoceros entombed in a striated bog. Dolphins frolicking in front of Diamond Head. No, now it's a pod of crazed manatees caught in the slipstream of the Death Star. All the sweet cream icing flowing down. Someone left the cake out in the rain. And memorializing a lover's name?
No. Whoa.
Who here wouldn't have needed an entire sleeve just for the summer between high school and college? So wonder if Billy Bob Thornton has ever walked up to Brad Pitt and said, "Hey man, how's my name holding up?" but shouldn't there be a limit to the number of piercings allowed on food servers? Okay, wrong crowd. All right.
No, I
Wrong
agree.
place, wrong time.
I agree.
And the internet is killing me, man. The internet is killing me. You know, they're just rubbing it in the face of us old people. I mean, how many times have you registered for a site, and you know, California is the fifth or sixth state, but then you try to find the year of your birth, and you keep hitting that scroll down and down and down and down. Jesus, man, am I in the 17th century yet?
It's true.
It is. They're killing me. And every weekend you send
like, oh my
another level
God.
deeper into password hell. You need a password for everything. You need a password to rent a car, to look at your water bill, to get in and out of bed. No, wait, that's a safe word. Sorry.
Say what? A safe word.
I swear to God, though, once a week I get this alert from Yahoo. We've detected suspicious activity on your account. No, you idiot! That's me! In order to continue, you must develop a new password. All right, that's my new password. I picked the word password. No, you can't use the word password as a password. That's weak. Red bar.
Red bar.
Don't you love being called weak by a snotty algorithm? Your new password must contain at least 6 characters, no more than 12, must have a capital letter, non-consecutive numerals, 2 punctuation marks, and a Polynesian petroglyph. I accept that challenge. Capital E, eat shit, ampersand, die, hunting nene with a spear, 2.6. No. Why not? It's already taken.
Password. It doesn't matter.
So then you get creative. Screw you with a sharp stick, Polynesian smiley face, asterisk, numeric pi to 5 figures, and you go back, change all the W's to capitals and all the S's to dollar signs, but then you can't remember it long enough to reconfirm it. And you blow that twice, and it gives you this fuzzy, distorted caption text
Yes.
meant to foil spam bots, but apparently I'm a spam bot because I am foiled. What is that? A C? An R? A B? Honey, is that a capital B or an 8? And you blow that once, you're going to start all over again. Meanwhile, some Russian has hacked 1.2 billion passwords, and you just bought a container car full of toaster ovens into Crete. And they were supposed to bevel the edges for us old people. They were. There's the password retrieval question, but that doesn't work because apparently in my household, site registration has occurred while drunk. It's the only possibility. Answer. I don't recognize the question. What was your favorite pet as a child? Who could make that kind of judgment? I actually saw this listed. I didn't use it, but it was one of the possibles you could use. A security question. Your least favorite relative.
Oh my God.
I know. Once again, who could make that kind of judgment?
Decision.
Besides, that's time sensitive. Did this happen before the election? Or after Thanksgiving?
You're all
And
together.
weird shit happens to us old people. Hills appear where there was never a hill before. This wasn't a hill. What happened here? Bathrooms. You take your life in your own hands every time you enter a new public restroom. Who here hasn't been startled by a presumptuous automatic flush? What was wrong with the big chrome toggle on the side? You could use your foot. Certainly seems a lot more easier than a series of unrequested butt douches. I'm not anti-European. I don't mind sitting on a bidet when I know I'm sitting on a bidet. Nobody wants surprise bidet. earth friendly. It flushes when you enter. It flushes when you twitch a cheek. It flushes when you get up before you can turn around and identify the fruits of your own labor. I'm no prevert, I just want to know what color it is. I still got the paper in my hand, for Christ's sake. I don't remember eating corn. Too close, sorry. Too many people still eat it. Oyster, honey? And some shit doesn't need to be automatic, you know. I mean, we're conversant with the light switch, up, on, down, off. It's one of the first things you learn upon achieving verticality. You don't have to attach a light switch in a public restroom to a motion detector. Because we've all been there. In the stall, apparently too long. And you hear this, and everything goes dark. And you're not stupid, you know what happens, so you start waving. But you're in a crouch behind a wall, so now you're going to open the door, and then wave. And that's when the Cub Scouts walk in. It's my story, and I'm sticking to it. You're a witness, Mr. Berger.
Oh my God.
And the flaws that you need an engineering degree from Caltech, or all right, where'd they hide the electric guy in this one? Jesus Christ.
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
it's broke.
Washing.
And then when the little Cub Scouts walks over and turns the handle.
Makes you feel old.
The towel dispenser.
Ooh. Whoa.
Sorry. I have that effect on people. The towel dispenser, it takes 3 minutes to decipher that. You know, all right, what is this now? A wave, or a touch, or a push, or a pull, or turn, or crank, or pump, punch, or a throttle, or a drop kick. What do you want? Oh, they're dry, all right. Are the new vertical fans powered by jet engines? Yeah, they dry your hands. You can also see your skin rippling like a mercury capsule on re-entry.
That's so true.
But they're all upgrades from this 80s classic some of you aren't old enough to remember. But we used to have this one white cotton towel on a continuous loop, with a blue stripe on the end.
Yeah.
And you go in there at the bar time, you're like a surgeon searching for a dry spot. For Christ's sake, there's a Band-Aid, that can't be good.
That's too good.
What's purple, for Christ's sake?
God.
There's a poop swipe. Oh my God! Who was in here, Matt?
Oh my God.
This is like a bacteria farm, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's a virus with a hair on it. There's another Band-Aid. No, it's the same one. I'm going all the way around. Replace daily. My ass. I worked in restaurants. I never saw that guy come in. Well, you guys have been odd. Thanks so much for your kind consideration and for facing forward and sitting semi-erect. I'm not optimistic. I'm the eternal pessimist. I like that because then I'm sometimes pleasantly surprised. My prediction is 2 years of great material with Donald Trump, and then 2 years of running and hiding, and then 8 to 10 years of re-education camp on a Montana gulag. So a portion of my proceedings tonight will go to a nonprofit whose mission will be to bury wire cutters along the Canadian border. Look for the wink. It's not all doom and gloom. All right, there are some bright sides to the Donald J. Trump presidency. I have them right here. One of the bright sides is it's the Alec Baldwin Full Employment Act.
That's true.
The first time ever teenage boys will collect photos of the First Lady. Next president won't have to worry about living up to an impossibly high standard. We no longer have to study theater of the absurd in French.
Yes.
That's my crowd. See, that's my crowd. You are my demographic target, man.
Yeah.
People who read or know someone who does. His impeachment hearings will have the highest ratings ever. George W. Bush guaranteed to move up a notch in presidential historical ranking. Sales of maple leaf patches to be sewn onto backpacks while traveling overseas have skyrocketed. And for the next couple of months, you will be forgiven for developing a drinking problem during the day, at your job, as a school bus driver.
Oh, God.
I want to thank you. I want to thank Dan for having me out here. And I love the Kenwood.
Yeah.
And it's sitting named after a series of clients. I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
Give it up for Will Durst, everybody! He'll be at the bar drinking off that coffee. One more time for Krista and Matt as well. And one more big round of applause for everyone working here at Palooza tonight, getting you drunk in the dark. We'll be back. We got 2 more First Friday shows this summer, and then we'll probably be back next year. Get home safe. Watch out for me on the road.
Is it?